Hello, my name is Franz Sands. Welcome to my boxing coach. At the end of this video, you're going to have a cool way of delivering an overhand right. Now there will be different versions for different coaches. I'm going to work with you on the one that I coach. Okay, it's a solid power punch, an active counter punch against the jab, and you'll be able to compare and contrast it against the other type of right hands that we throw. You're really going to enjoy this video, and it's not too long. There's plenty in it. Before we get started, why don't you download your book, The Beginner Boxer Toolkit? Join the thousands of others who've downloaded this book over the last few years. It will stand you in good stead whether your boxing journey is for fitness or for competition. You've got a ton of stuff in there: how to work the heavy bag, 5 steps to building power, 7 steps to building speed, the 7 steps to great shadow boxing, 10 core skills. There's loads of stuff in there. It'll be something you come back to again and again. There is a link down below. There will be a link at the end of the video. Right, let's get straight on. Let's get this sorted out. So the overhand right, I view it as an active counter punch to an incoming jab. So it lands at the same time as the jab comes out. All right. It finds a way over the jab and into the target area whilst the opponent's jab is extended. Let's compare it with some of the other right hands. So let's look. I'm purposely not demonstrating it yet. I want to demonstrate these other two things to you, and then we'll get on to the overhand right. So in our boxing stance, the basic straight right hand. Okay, so you drive off the back leg, those hips rotate, the front leg bends, front foot stays at 45 degrees, and it goes straight out and lands on the target. So there, drive off the back leg, that drives the power through the hips into the straight punch. Now the later, you see that rotation of my upper body, the later in the rotation I leave the punch, or I leave my arm to go out last, the straighter the shot will be. So that's a really straight right hand. If I release it earlier in the rotation, so if I release it as I start driving off the back leg, you can see that it gives a slightly different angle. Straight, early release. So you could view that as a straight backhand or a right cross, because that one is intended to land on the point of the chin. That one is intended to land on the side of the chin, right? So there's your two straight right hands. Then you've got the right hook. Similar mechanics. Drive off the back leg, power punch, hips rotate, arm goes out, palm down. It's a mid-range right hook. If they're at mid-range, you can turn the palm in. Okay, so you can do that. Or at long range, again, you've got the hook there. And I know I've had people have a go, how can you throw hooks at long range? Okay, well you can, right? So you just lengthen the arm. They're never going to really knock anyone out, but they're a good scoring shot. Point being, we're still driving the same rotation. All of those shots are working on a sort of, if you think about a horizontal plane, straight backhand, early release, or the right cross, again that's curling on that plane, and the right hooks again are all on that level plane. However, let's look at the overhand right. Same mechanics, drive off the back leg. Something a bit different happens with the upper body. From there, so what we're going to do, drive off the back leg, shot goes out, and the arm curls over the top. So what you've got is, and you can see, watch my head. My head is going off the centre line. Okay, let me show you from the side. Things to note, this hand stays here. Right, so what we're aiming for here, as the opponent's jab comes, we just, shot goes, jab comes here, shot over the top, and we've landed on the opponent. Difference being, what we don't want to do is get wild with this, so we don't want it to be over here, because always think about what happens if I miss. If you miss the shot, you need to remain in balance, in control. You'll notice as I land, my nose is still behind the line of my knee. So my body's still under control. We can go that bit further as you get more experience. You can take your head off the centre line a bit more. But that's the mechanics of it. Keep the left guard solid. Always think about what happens if I miss. We don't want to overbalance. So let's think about very quickly, some sequences that we can build in order to create the setup for that shot. So we want to trigger an opponent's jab. Really good counterpunching is about triggering, is about getting the opponent to do something at a time when you want them to do it. So you could show a feint the jab, overhand right. So it's yeah, feint the jab, opponent's jab comes, I bank on that, get that right hand over the top. Worst case scenario, if they don't throw that jab, you throw it properly, it's still going to come in over the top of this guard. Right? Still a good shot. Whenever you go to the body, often opponents will try and jab down to keep you there. Great way delivering your overhand right. Feint to the body, over the top. Yeah, over the top and down. And of course you could just do crouch in low, double guard, feint, in low, and then come up with it. So from there you go, feint, over, low, and over the top. If you want to see two people who brilliantly executed overhand rights, Julio Cesar Chavez, as I always say, the dad, not the lad. One of my favourite boxers of all time, beautifully skilled, possibly the ultimate pressure fighter, incredible fighter. Watch his overhand rights. He knows they're hard punches. These are about landing solid, hard punches. So he doesn't try too hard, brings them over the top. Fantastic. Roberto Duran, another one. Always using them overhand rights in over the top. It's a beautiful little shot. Don't overuse it. Think about using it in with those other types of backhand. So it just gives you that extra bit of variety. We're going to stop. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, or download your book. There should be a link here. Okay? Get that in your inbox. Otherwise, look after yourself. I'll see you in the next video.